Hey, let's take a look at something called Nano figures, Nano metal figures to be more precise. This is an X-Men set that I got for just $12.99, so that's excellent. All right, I want to look at the different figures inside of this set with you. And they're not posable, of course. They're more like army men, but metal. The first time I ever saw anything like this that really appealed to me was not army men. I didn't really care about army men. Well, actually, I guess I should go back to almost army men. When I was a kid, I was more into space things. So there was this space set that I had, with little pink and green and white was the three colors I remember. There was like a space guy with a gun, a girl with a computer console, a little flat R2-D2 looking robot, and then a monster that looked furry but he had crab claws up in the air. So that was the first time I ever saw anything similar to this as far as like small imposable figures. And then also I saw when I was a kid, I was really enticed by the Empire Strikes Back. I don't know what they are. They're just tiny little figurines like this with the displays. It was amazing looking. So let's get into this. We have oh wow, they're gonna make a lot of noise. Maybe I should just go through and show you them. We got, of course, Scarlet. I was about to say Scarlet Red. That's a music group. Scarlet Witch. We have Colossus. We have Storm. We have Wolverine. I'm going to guess that's either Jean Grey because she's got her hand on her head and she appears to have red hair. I'm going to pop her out anyway. I guess I have to help you pop it out. So she has what looks like red hair. So either this is Jean Grey or it's Kitty Pryde. It's hard to tell because she's got the uniform that everybody had to wear at the beginning, and Kitty Pryde did wear a little bit of. But I'm thinking that's Jean Grey. This is, of course, Rogue. Down here, another character that's wearing a uniform. And here I am without my glasses on. I'm thinking that this may be, gosh, I was going to say Jean Grey, but now, not Jean Grey. I mean, I was going to say Kitty Pryde, but now I'm thinking, this is a lot like, not Polaris, but what was her name? The Blade? I can't remember. We got, apparently, Iceman. He's looking a little bit metallic. From what I can tell. Okay, I'm just going to splice the two videos together because I'm like, oh my gosh, I thought I can do this without glasses on. No way. So looking at this a little bit more carefully, I would go with Kitty Pryde. There might be a list on the packaging. I'm going to go with what I think it is first. Beast, obviously. The version of Cyclops, I never read that comic book with him looking like that at all. Psylocke, Magneto, Emma Frost, Mystique. No, not Mystique. What was her name? It's on the tip of my tongue, but she's the blue woman. Oh, maybe it is Mystique. It's so hard to remember that far back. Yeah. Okay, because in the comic book when I first read it, she looked nothing like she did on the TV show or the movies. Of course, we got Sabretooth, my favorite, Dark Phoenix, or not Dark Phoenix. She's just Phoenix in there. This is, of course, Professor X. And then we have Scott Summers' little older brother, Alex Summers. Havoc. We have X-23. And we have Jubilee. And let's see if the package had different names on it before I tossed it over to the side. There it is. Way over here, of course. Let's see if I got all those right. In the package, it says it has Kitty Pryde. I'm going to guess that's Kitty Pryde because this looks more like Jean Grey holding her head, which says Jean Grey, but there's like 3 different versions of Jean Grey, isn't there? No, there's just Phoenix and Jean Grey. Okay, so I got Kitty Pryde, Jubilee, Rogue, Iceman. Do they have numbers on the bottom? Well, sort of. Oh, but it says on the bottom who it is. Why isn't that special? I could have just looked on the bottom. Well, there we go. That is Kitty Pryde. So let's see. I think I got all the rest of them correct. Trying to think, there was one that I had to struggle with the name. But these little metal figures, I think they go really nicely with the cars that I collect for the 135 scale. I think I did a scale of these guys one time. Here's not a scale car in the same scale at all, but it kind of goes with it. This is definitely, it's close to the scale of the cars. This is a really cheap knockoff Transformer. Except maybe the Scooby-Doo van. I don't think they would go with the Scooby-Doo van too good. So here's the Corvette. So she looks a little bit big for this particular Corvette, but this Corvette's a little bit smaller in scale because they They make the cars all the same width, but not in the same scale. Or not the same width. This one's actually skinnier. It doesn't get a scale on the bottom of it. But I can guarantee you this is smaller than the other scale, or 135 scale ones. So if she tried to sit down in this, yeah, I think she's gonna be too big for that particular one. Let's see if she's small enough to fit into the DeLorean. Here's the DeLorean from Back to the Future 2, because it's got the Mr. Fusion. I think she scales better with it. If she was sitting down in it, yeah, and lean back, she'd fit in it. See? I mean, assuming she can get into it, yeah. I think she's fit. I think this is a scale that works pretty well with these. This is the scale that I personally use for my Bat Cave. My Batmobiles are in this scale that I use for it. And I have other ones in there anyway, just because, yeah, at some point you gotta say whatever. Like, I can't get a Batwing in this scale. But, I don't know, what do you think? I guess we could have seen Professor X looks right for it, because he's already in the sitting position. But I plan to use these in other videos as well. Here he is in the sitting position. And here's the DeLorean. Where she's sitting upright, and the DeLorean, you'd be sitting back a little bit. So yeah, I think this is fine. And this is actually 1/32nd scale. 1/32nd scale. Some of them say 135, some say 136. All right. Well, if you collect Nanos, let me know, because I know that I wish they still had them. I saw some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle ones today. I was hoping to find some G.I. Joe ones for a different reason, which you'll find out in a different video, which may not be in the same order. It may have already presented itself by now. I don't know what order these are going to go in when I put them on the YouTubes. Have a great day. Have an excellent day.